Hydroponics how-to.
The PVC pipe gardens. PVC pipes are versatile, easy to use, and readily available at any plumbing supply store. Plus, they're perfect for hydroponic systems because they provide food, water, and proper oxygenation to plants. Using a 5-inch square extrusion provides increased stiffness and requires less support. This design also prevents the pipes from rolling over. Parts. Whether you choose 4 or 6-inch round PVC pipe or 5-inch square extrusions for grow chambers, the principle is the same. Plants are suspended in baskets while the upper part of their roots are treated to a fine spray, as the bottom extremities are bathed in a constant flow of oxygen-rich nutrient solution. From top to bottom, 4-inch round, 6 round, both shown with rubber gem caps installed. 6-foot, 4.5-foot and 3-foot chambers made from 5-inch square PVC. The number and spacing of plant sites is entirely up to the grower, making this design very versatile. This template can be a real time saver. The grow site spacing is 6.5-inch on center all 3 chambers. Step-by-step guide. Before you start building, it's essential to plan and measure each hole carefully. Mistakes can be costly in both time and materials. To cut the holes, use a 2 7/8-inch hole saw for each grow site and a 4-inch hole saw for the access ports. A 14V cordless drill is powerful enough to cut hundreds of holes, and a single charge can finish multiple chambers. To suspend the internal spray line, use spray line clips cut from 1/2-inch PVC pipe. Glue them between the grow sites, avoiding the spray holes. Using 3 to 5 clips per chamber works best. End caps for the 5-inch PVC chambers need to be glued on using PVC cement. Use PVC primer first on both surfaces to be glued. Fill gaps with a small squirt bottle to prevent leaks. Proper spacing between the chambers is crucial for optimal plant growth. Measure the spacing from the center of one chamber to the next to determine the spacing of spray lines on the manifold below. Lay out the manifold parts and measure the lengths of 3/4-inch PVC pipe needed. This is the complete manifold and how it attaches to the system. Now, let's move on to the internal spray lines. Cut the poly spray lines to the exact inside length of your chambers and puncture spray holes into each line. Cut a hole into each end cap to accommodate the spray lines and use a rubber grommet to seal the compression fitting. Then, cut a hole for each chamber's drain fitting to mate with the reservoir lid. Connect your submersible pump using vinyl tubing and a nylon barb to female hose thread adapter. We recommend using the Rio series of submersible pumps, model 1100. For this garden design, we recommend using the Rio series of submersible pumps, like the model 1100 for best results. Connect the pump using a length of vinyl tubing and a nylon barb to female hose thread adapter. Create your nutrient reservoir level indicator by drilling a 7/8-inch hole in the bottom of the reservoir wall. Use a 1/2-inch ID rubber grommet, 1/2-inch barbed elbow, and 1/2-inch blue level tubing to complete the indicator. If you choose to use the bulkhead fitting, be sure to seal with aquarium-safe silicone sealant to prevent leaks. If you choose to go with the grommet method, apply a thin coating of non-toxic silicone grease to the inside of the grommet to allow the level tube to move up and down easily. Now it's time to assemble the stand. Use 2 sawhorse kits and some 2x4 lumber to create the stand. Place a level between the two sawhorses to ensure the chambers will lay flat with zero slope. Place the level across each sawhorse to make sure all the chambers will be at the same height. Now you're ready to connect the chambers to the injection manifold. Step-by-step guide. Since this system is a pure water system, the only growing medium you will require is that to start your seeds or cuttings. Once you have viable plants, they will be placed into 3-inch plastic net cups with a handful of leca stones to give the roots something to hold on to and keep them from falling over inside the cups. Start your seeds or cuttings in your preference of starter cubes or sponges. Transplant to net cups once roots are clearly visible from the bottom of the cubes. Set plants in cups into your system, make sure initial water level touches bottom of cups. Depending on your crop and stage of growth, you will want to choose a good quality hydroponic nutrient. Do not use fertilizers designed for soil gardening, as they do not contain a complete balance of nutrients required for growing in water. Drain and replace nutrient in reservoir when it falls to a level just above the top of your pump. Never let your pump run dry. Inspect and clean inline filters with every nutrient change. It's also a good idea to clean the chambers and reservoir between crops, to remove any sediment or algae that can sometimes build up in high light conditions. If using leca stone or gravel, dump into a storage container and rinse thoroughly and allow to dry. Clean all empty buckets, cups and chambers with hot water and allow to dry before storing.